He's checked in for Pau Gasol. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Rajon Rondo is out there with Miller. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Terrence Jones. And it's Gay in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Here's Grove. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Sacramento's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Jones. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. Guys, I think free throw shooting, and Steve, you can speak to this, is all about rhythm and confidence, and he hasn't been able to establish any rhythm there this season.
Shane Larkin's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Butler kicks to Rose. Back to Butler. Lets it go with a 3. That's good. Butler's got 6.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
The Kings have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Stolen by Rose. And Jones pulls it down.
4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
To the middle. It's deflected. Stolen by Noah. 3 on 3. Here's Grove. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. He's got 12.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really... translated to the scoreboard yet.
And it's Jones, that time on the assist by Larkin.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Passes it to Big Dog. And Jones over to help. Here's Grove. And it's finished off by Noah as he lays it in.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew on.
Cousins, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
In the corner, it's McDermott. Here's Big Dog, defended by Jones. Throw. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Screen by Jones. Here's Larkin. He's covered by Rose. Larkin dishes to Cousins. Outside, Jones. Clock at 4. Gay, that's a 2-pointer. Rebound by the Bulls.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Left side, Rose. Pass to Big Dog. Shot from free throw range.
Come on.
Rebound by the Kings. Jones has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Miller kicks to Jones. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Cousins with the bucket. Cousins has got his first basket of the night.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
We're playing too much on the perimeter. Let's look to dump the ball inside.
And some changes here for the Kings. Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for the Kings, also at the sub. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Darren Collison. Chicago also making some changes. Big Dog, he's checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Heinrich in for Jimmy Butler. So for Chicago right now, Grove in at center. Mirotic out there with Portis. Then it's Brooks. And it's Heinrich in at the shooting guard. Rondo kicks to Miller. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Miller's got 19 points.
A beautiful pass by Rondo. That's excellent teamwork.
And the pass to Big Dog. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Portis, the pass to Heinrich. Here's Big Dog. He's guarded by Cousins. And it drops once again. The bucket from Big Dog.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Miller with another miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Heinrich dishes to Brooks. Pass to Big Dog. Got it. Good job in the low post. Big Dog's got 10 points in just the second half.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Poked away, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And some changes here for the Kings. Nogueira, he's checked in for Cousins. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Rajon Rondo. There's a screen. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Pass to Big Dog. All alone. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Here's Larkin. From 10 feet out, can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Big Dog. Chicago's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Shot from 12, and that one's good. Big Dog's got 22.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they've bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
They set the pick. Larkin kicks to Nogueira. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And Heinrich gets it to go.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Sacramento's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
The Kings making a switch here. Fouls checked in. Here's Nogueira. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
To the wing on the left. Down low. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Samuel Dalembert picks one up.
Really an extraordinary game for Big Dog. 22 points and 2 rebounds.
And we're seeing him at his very best today. Just really a joy to watch.
Well, I know I'm thoroughly enjoying it because he's amazing when he's on top of his game like this.
Rudy Gay's checked in for the Kings.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Larkin kicks to Gay. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket, shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Kings.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Miller. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
The drive-by game. Good.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
Here's Grove. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Gay passes to Powell. Back to Gay. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one.
Gentlemen, I'm here.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Rudy Gay. He showed the composure and cleverness that only a longtime veteran could possess. A vintage performance from a very savvy player.
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put your team in position to win. He gave them punches, and when they needed them. It's not always about how much you get, but when.
And that brings us to the broadcast for this evening.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
The NBA season is in high gear, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. My companions are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Phoenix Suns as they go up against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. And guys, this team getting some big help in the form of Freak. He's stepped up and been a big contributor over this recent stretch of games. Shaq, what's been the change for him?
You know, he's playing under control, Ernie. He's not trying to do too much with each possession. You know, he's also being more aggressive, taking the initiative. You know, he's just going at people. The barbecue chicken theory, Ernie. Get out of my way, I'm going to eat you.
Yeah, I mean, Freak might be one of my favorite players coming up, Ernie. I mean, his teammates are trusting him more, giving him opportunities, trusting the fact that he...
Wide open roadways of downtown Phoenix shining as dusk falls. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. A look at Chicago. This is an important game for them because they've really been struggling. Just one win in their last 5 games.
And Kevin, things really start.
Lure. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Big Dog comes in for Pau Gasol. Mirotic is checked in for McDermott, and it's Brooks in for Rose. So for Chicago right now, Rose is in power forward. Jimmy Butler is out there with Brooks. Then it's Taj Gibson, and it's Mirotic in at the 3. For Chicago, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Bledsoe kicks to Chandler. Feeds to Booker. Chandler with the screen on Butler. Chandler is screen. 6 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. And the 3 off target.
It's a clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Here's Butler. Lays it up and banks it in. Butler's got 5 now.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here's Bledsoe. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Here's Gibson. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
It's a very good high percentage look right there.
Bledsoe against Brooks. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Here's Warren. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Warren's got his second basket of the night.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Yeah. 1:21 left in the first. Up top, Bledsoe. Brooks covering. Bledsoe against Brooks. Bledsoe kicks to Booker. Misses the 3.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Here's Grove. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Suns have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Bledsoe with it. He's picked up by Brooks. No good from Booker. Chicago trailing here. Butler passes to Brooks. Back to Butler. Passes it to Big Dog. Brooks outside. From the wing. No good. In and out off the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe, and the jumper is on the mark.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And let's hear from Tyson Chandler. He talked about what he brings to this team. Chandler has long been the kind of player all coaches want on their team. He's the definition, Greg, of an unselfish player who doesn't care about his ego or his stats.
And he knows that and prides himself on it. That also makes him the kind of player his team.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Big Dog comes in for Pau Gasol. Mirotic is checked in for McDermott. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. They've got Warren. So is out there with Booker. And it's Chandler. And it's Hansen in at the 5. Home in the paint. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Kings played some outstanding basketball. He finished with 25 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
1:05 left now here in the second. Now here is Mirotic. Defense right on him. Chandler with the steal. Now Warren. He had 19 points in the win against Indiana.
And also defensively, he was really aggressive. I mean, matter of fact, he had 4 steals over the course of that game.
There's the pass to Booker. Shot clock at 5. To the right side. The shot is off. And it's Chicago the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. Losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
Bledsoe outside. Tries it from the top of the key, and it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Booker. And the first half comes.
Well, Brandon.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull. Here is Rose. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. So for Chicago right now, Rose in at power forward. Brooks is out there with Derrick Rose. Then there's Nikola Mirotic, and it's Gibson in at the 5. Plan a screen. It's Knight with the drive. Morrow dishes the land. Inside, and the basket by Morrow. Morrow's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
And that one is good from Big Dog.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
Here's Galloway. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Shot is off.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And the Suns making a change here. Warren's checked in, and the Bulls making a change also. Butler's checked in. Here's Knight. Kept alive. One kick kicks tomorrow. The dish to Knight. Again, the miss by Knight.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Pass to Rose. Here's Big Dog. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder, how much can they win by?
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it, you can see it, in part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Phoenix shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Taking 2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one. For the Phoenix Suns, they're coming off a good outing against Indiana.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Chandler's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Knight into the lane. To the paint, and out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Eric Bledsoe.
Rose with the ball. And no good trying to get that one. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Bulls out front. They lead by 18. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. They've got Bledsoe. John Lewis out there with Warren. And it's Hansen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. So the wing on the left. Here's Grove. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 8th assist in the game. Suns trail by 19. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. And Lewis. Gets it to go.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And he dunks it down.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
Now here's Booker out to the wing. Bledsoe outside. The 19-foot shot. Lure can't hit. Chicago leading by 19. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
McDermott with it. Now defended by Warren. Here's Big Dog. It's deflected. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Warren the pass to Hansen. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And here's Rose. Pass to McDermott. Here's Big Dog. Poked loose.
Aww. Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking the
didn't say nothing.
Is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart
Said,
basketball.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
That's crazy.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
And, guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
Shoot.
Here's Lure. Dishes to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Shoot.
Lure can't hit.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
No good from Big Dog.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Here's Bledsoe. And good on the basket. Book it.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
The Bulls leading by 16. Rose passes to Big Dog. We've got 1:48 left in the game. Puts up the baby hook. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And what a game for Big Dog. He has 15 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
He's not afraid to mix it up there in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work.
And Phoenix making a change here. Knights checked in.
And now, your Suns dancers.
He hits the second from the line. Suns trail by 17. They set the pick. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. To the inside, Lure. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Lure's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Chicago.
Good point, Steve. And Clark, they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
I like their fortitude, their toughness, particularly in terms of dealing with adversity. Anytime things didn't go their way, they just put their nose down and stayed with it. And because of that, they were able to pull away.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Derrick Rose. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
And that is good.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Got a piece of it. Here's Knight. Finished off the break.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
The clock now can just run out for the Bulls. Rose passes to Big Dog. To the inside. Noah dishes to Rose. Three-pointer. Misses. And so Chicago takes this one.
Gentlemen, I'm here with Pau Gasol, and Pau...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.
We saw Rose explode tonight. His dual threat, being able to score or pass equally well.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille...
Siamo fragili, ci toccano, siamo fatti di...
The 2K Sports pregame show.
So good to be with you again, everybody. The NBA season has now hit its stride. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Chicago Bulls. Looking at the Bulls, with a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard to come by. We'll see if they can grab one tonight. And as we reach the midway point, Kenny, still a lot of games left on the schedule. How do players cope with the wear and tear their bodies go through?
Well, a lot of times when you're mentally or physically tired, you know, you could sit there and all of a sudden you misquote things, you missay things here on the analyst desk. On the basketball court, that's turnovers, that's missing assignments,
show tonight. We'll see about that. My team's ready. Well, you better hope so. That's the only chance you got. I'm going to remember that. Free on.
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Bulls in this one. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Today's game continues this Golden State Warriors homestand, going up against a capable opponent.
Whoa.
You see their confidence. This one they feel they should win. They'll look to come out strong and show they're the better team. And what a big-time opportunity this is, folks. We're going to see the first official NBA start from Big Dog.
You know, and that's what all the talk has been about leading into this game. I know a lot of people in this organization are excited to see this young man make his first start.
Well, they should be excited because if everything goes according to plan, I think he could wind up being the face of the franchise.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Pau Gasol is out there with Big Dog, and it's McDermott in at the 3, the small forward.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Roberts. He's covered by Rose. Thompson from long range. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
Now let's find out what head coach Steve Kerr had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
One player he said he's worried about in this game is Pau Gasol. He said with his length and touch, it's really hard to bother that shot. We're going to try to be physical with him, body him up early, and deny him position. And guys, that's what a lot of teams try with Gasol. Force him to really battle through contact. We'll see how it works.
All right, Doris, thanks. Roberts. Offensive rebound. Azili gets the bucket.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
For Chicago, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Inside, here's Grove. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
Here's Roberts. He's covered by Rose. There's a screen. Thompson against Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Roberts. The three-pointer, no good. Bulls have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Big Dog, guarded by Green. Here's Grove. Good. Big Dog's got his second basket of the night.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Suns.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Here's Big Dog following the score by Golden State. Tries from 10. Off the left rim and out. Warriors leading by 4. On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Butler. Here's Azili. Got a piece of it. Now here's McDermott. Defense is right there. The kick out to Rose. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Butler's got his first points of the night. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Roberts dishes to Green. Goes up the baseline, and that one's good. Azili's got 6. And so here is Chicago, trailing by 4. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotaged them. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
And it's the Warriors with the ball, following the three-point attempt by Freak. And Roberts kicks to Green. Nice shot from the wing.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
And the Warriors with some changes. Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Ian Clark. Bulls trail by 3. So for Chicago right now, Grove in at the 4 spot. Brooks is out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's McDermott. And it's Noah in at the center, locking down the middle. Iguodala's drive. Here's Ezeli. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Ezeli's got 8.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Pass to Brooks. Down low. Here's Grove. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. He's got 6.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Warriors leading by 3. Roberts passes to Ezeli. They set the screen. Shot by Roberts, no good.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Ezeli. No good. Nice D from Big Dog.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Suns played some outstanding basketball. He had 18 points, but also put up 4 boards. A performance like this was just the trick his team needed to snap their losing streak.
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night, GA.
Yeah, he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't let us down that night.
And Roberts kicks to Iguodala. The pass to Ezeli, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Iguodala wide open and off the front iron, and in it goes. Iguodala's got his first bucket of the night. Bulls trail by 4. To the middle. It's tipped.
Oh, this.
Here's Barnes.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful jam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Brooks dishes to Rose. All sorts of time. Jump shot is good that time. Rose has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Ezeli the pass to Green. It's good from long range. And the Warriors lead by 7.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Grove. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
There's a good screen. Over in the corner, Green. Can't get it to go. So the Bulls will take it the other way. And Brooks, here we go. And there's the feed to Rose. Here's Big Dog. He's got 10. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
It's been a good night for Big Dog. 10 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. Klay Thompson is checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Ian Clark subbed in for Brian Roberts. Chicago also making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Doug McDermott. And it's Butler in for Rose.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Right side, Butler. It's rebounded by Golden State. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
5 to shoot. Here's Spates. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Warriors lead by 9.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Green to the paint. And again, it's Maurice Spates. Spates has got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. From deep three-point range, no good trying to beat the buzzer. So we've reached the end.
Well, obviously a lot of ground for you guys to make up in that second half. Do you expect Coach to shake things up to try to jumpstart you here in the third?
Yo, he better. I'm about to pop a blood vessel up in here. Can't stand losing like this. Yo, if he needs any suggestion on what we could change, he can come to me. Because I've been keeping the list all half. It's about 5 pages long at this point.
Wow, Kevin, not sure what to do with that one.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Freak really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's been a revelation.
Really hard to fathom he'll be able to keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but, you know, you never know. It could be a special night for him.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter. Draymond Green is out there with Festus Ezeli, and it's Roberts in at the point guard position. Bulls have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far. He's off on the second. Warriors leading by 8. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. And now it's a double-digit lead. Thompson's got 11.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Passes to Big Dog. Outside for Gasol. Outside Butler. Back to Gasol. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Grove. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Ezeli's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Roberts, defended by Butler. Roberts dishes to Green. Rebound by Butler.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Big Dog. He's got 12. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
And the Bulls look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli. Barnes comes in for Green. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Ian Clark subbed in for Brian Roberts. Chicago also making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gasol. Big Dog comes in for Joakim Noah. And Mirotic subbed in for Doug McDermott. Down low, deflects the pass. Thompson against Rose. Thompson outside. He feeds it to Barnes. The screen from Thompson. Here's Clark. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Clark's got 5 points so far. Bulls trail by 12. Pass to Big Dog. Power down with both hands.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both. And Chicago shooting at a decent 44% clip here. To the right side. To the inside. Here's Clark. 5 points in the game. Here's Barnes. Count it from 12. Barnes has got 6 here in this quarter.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Warriors leading by 14. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Rose is the 1 with Butler is the 2. Big Dog is out there with Mirotic, and it's Gasol and at the 5 spot. Ezeli can't get it to go.
Really quite surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, not typical. They've been dominant on the board, but they are still falling short on the scoreboard.
Golden State's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Here's Roberts. He's covered by Rose. Rush from outside, and the shot is good.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Out of bounds, Bulls ball. Chicago keeps possession. McDermott's checked in for Chicago.
Doug McDermott.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Big Dog, guarded by Green. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Green. Here's Roberts. Dishes to Ezeli. To the middle. And Green slams it in.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Here's Rose. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Warriors leading by 15. And Roberts kicks to Iguodala. And the wide open shot from Green. And a miss there on the triple. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Rose passes to Big Dog. Tries to save it, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Butler dishes to Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Timeout.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks. Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you've put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defenders.
Here's Big Dog, guarded by Green. And that one's good. 18 points for Freak. Warriors leading by 13. To the paint. Here's Green. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Outside Rose. The pass to Big Dog. Back to Rose. Down low. It's tipped. Can he keep it going? And it's Chicago scoring again.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Iguodala with it. Now defended by McDermott. Ezeli can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 13. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Thompson, he's checked in for Brandon Rush. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now, and he gets it to go. Here's Roberts. Thompson outside to the inside. Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's 11 points for Draymond Green.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play. Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
They set the pick. And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Warriors lead by 13. Well, they're passing to McDermott. Outside Butler. Pass to Big Dog. 6 to shoot. Off the mark with the little step back Johnny. Warriors leading by 13. Roberts dishes to Thompson. There's a screen. Ezeli kicks to Roberts. Outside Green. Here's Ezeli. Buries it down low.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Warriors.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
Yeah, I thought the subs came in and did an outstanding job, Kevin. Those points off the bench were huge.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
No surprise here, just a big-time performance for Thompson. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Outside Rose to the right side. The dish now to McDermott. Butler on the way. Inside, here's Grove. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson.
You know what, Ernie? I must admit it. I didn't see this kind of performance coming from him tonight. He's been coming off a stretch of game where he just looked lost out there. To see him turn around.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for...
You must be frustrated with all those mistakes out there tonight. What are you going to do to try to limit those next time out?
I just got to be better, man. It's unacceptable how many times I turn the ball over. Unacceptable. I'm disappointed in myself, and I'm sure my teammates are disappointed in me too. So if anything, I got to make this up to them. They deserve better.
When you score like you did tonight, do you feel like you could go 1-on-5 and still get yours?
Forget that 1-on-5 nonsense. Night like tonight, I could go 1-on-8, 1-on-10. When I'm playing like this, I don't feel like there's anybody that can stop me, except myself. So I just got to be sure not to do that. That'd be a good matchup, though, me against myself.
That was your first official game as a starter. How'd it feel?
That felt great. To me, this is a huge step on the way to living the dream. I can't wait to see what the future has in store. Like, I know if my man Vic has anything to say about it, that things are about to get crazy. Real crazy. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Thank you.
Yeah.